even a past post, something that you posted before and it's deemed to be hate speech, you can be prosecuted for that. Now, of course, it's being presented as though it's a retroactive law. My understanding is that if you are instructed to take down something that is hate speech and you refuse to do so, then you will be guilty of the offense. But I think that we can see from that in some countries, even the liberal democracies, the regulation of social media is on the cards. I happen to think that Nigerian social media is comparatively polite compared to the toxicity that we see in some other countries, and it's because of that toxicity that they feel that they have to regulate it. Of course, now that social media is being used to expose the horrors of the Israeli war on Gaza, suddenly social media must be regulated.
Audience interventions and questions were also succinctly addressed by the panelists. During his address, Magnus Onyebe elaborated on the concept of Tinubunomics, discussing its impact on policies, coordinated by Master of Ceremonies Patrick Oke, followed by the presentation of Street Merit Awards to individuals recognized for their significant contributions to Nigeria's growth.
If we not be men we sabi, we no go vote any other person. We no go vote. If we not be PDP, we no go vote any other party. Better of them all. Now him go lead us to the promised land. That's why he Odalo for governor. Okay, na correct man we sabi. Deputy material 1 million yards. He go follow lead us to the promised land. With Aswai Odalu, he sure for us.
Forward ever and go. If Aswai there we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. Aswai Odalu for governor. Forward ever and go. If Aswai there we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. I swear you go down low for governor.
Sure you go vote for PDP.
Oh yes.
PDP.
Oh yes.
Second milestone in celebrating the life and contributions of Dele Momodu, a distinguished Nigerian journalist, publisher, and philanthropist. Basharum Dele Momodu, born on May 6 for his role in the 2023 elections. The event was presided over by His Excellency John D. Mahama, former President of the Republic of Ghana, with Senator Ademola Adeleke, Executive Governor of Osun State, serving as the chief host. The celebrant, Basharum Dele Momodu, was accompanied by his wife, Yeye Mobolaji Momodu, and their children. Distinguished attendees included His Excellency Peter G. Obi, former Governor of Anambra State and 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate, Dr. Donald Duke, former Governor of Cross River State, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, former Governor of Kano State, Professor Bartholomew Nnaji, former Minister of Power and keynote speaker, His Royal Majesty Oba Adeyeye Enital Ogunwusi Ojaja II, CFR, or Shiwaju of Ife, Chief Alex Duduyemi, His Highness Dr. Ephraim Falugi, OON, Professor Ehusa Osage, DGNIIA, Prince Bisi Olatilo, Chairman and CEO of Biscon Communications, Mr. Olumide Akpata, former President of the Nigerian Bar Association, AIG Tunji Alakwini, Senator Tokunbo Afikuyomi, Hajia Bola M. Shagaya, MON, businesswoman and fashion enthusiast, Tundun Abiola, Nigerian lawyer, TV presenter, and daughter of Nigeria's democracy icon, MKO Abiola, Pastor Itwa Igodalo, senior pastor of Trinity House Church, Badebo Roads Viver, 2023 Labour Party governorship candidate for Lagos State, veteran journalist Sonny Irabo, amongst others. The ceremony began with the Nigerian national anthem, followed by a welcome address from Basharum Dele Momodu, who expressed gratitude to all stakeholders and highlighted the significance of the annual lecture.
It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the inaugural Dele Momodu Leadership Lecture on the occasion of my 64th birthday. You may be wondering, why is he starting a lecture series? The reason is not far-fetched. The clock is ticking and undoubtedly qualify to be an elder statesman. With all our humongous investments in electricity, they've all gone up practically in smoke. The more we paid, the less electricity we got. Since electricity affects all of us, we should gather in this room today and discuss solutions in a non-partisan atmosphere.
Further praised NIIA's
Send a powerful message to all of us that we should not abandon this place. Fantastic man, he invited me to be an associate fellow here, and I'm very grateful. I promised ideas. I knew its auditorium was not in top shape, but this will be an opportunity to address.
Professor Bartholomew Nnaji delivered an insightful lecture on the politics of energy and the way forward, emphasizing energy's critical role in the modern global economy.
Countries like Nigeria have the responsibility to remind developed nations that much as natural gas is a fossil fuel, it is actually a transition fuel. Mr. President, transition fuel, not just merely fossil fuel. That's why they bandy it and tell you that it's part of fossil fuel, so you should go and stop fossil fuel. No. In fact, I will tell you, in Nigeria, I would say that for the next 20 to 30 years, we will continue to rely on natural gas for power production, provided that we go and invest in production of natural gas. So while the Nigerian government should be encouraged to explore more foreign markets for its resources like natural gas, in fact, an emergency, as I said, has to be declared in the domestic gas market.
When we came in here, we were wondering what happened to this place. It's unfortunate that you have to be the one to change this place rather than Nigeria. So thank you very much for that contribution. He's the one who changed the carpet and everything. That's how Nigeria works, lack of maintenance. So it's important that it's noted. And thank you for showing it in Aba, that embedded power will help us in that emergency. We should encourage it all over Nigeria. Thank you.
Senator Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso also extended his congratulations and highlighted the need for state governments to collaborate on revitalizing the energy sector, drawing on successful initiatives like those in Abia State.
Let me start by thanking Almighty God for giving us this opportunity to be here, and also it's an opportunity to congratulate our brother, our friend, Dele Momodu, for attaining this age. I say on behalf of all of us, once again, congratulations to you. The guest speaker, thank you. We have been enlightened. In fact, if there was time, I had wanted you to tell us more about your experience of the power generation.
Energy Director and Chairman of Shoreline Energy International, and Mr. Donald Duke, former Governor of Cross River State, both addressed the pressing issues in Nigeria's energy sector, citing leadership failures as a primary cause.
If Nigeria puts the directed investment in building up our gas reserves and gas resources, Nigeria will be a standard power in the forefront of what President Mahama said as a leading light in Africa. Why? If you connect this, West African gas pipeline is already built. If we extend that, as they're proposing to do, to go all the way to Morocco, connecting to Spain, the Trans-Saharan gas pipeline connecting through the Sahara, again through African nations into Europe. If we go to the east, connecting through Central African Republic, going down south, imagine unleashing 206 TCF. That is production of gas volumes for over 50 years. Imagine what that will do to 54 countries on this continent. Another strength we must think about, and this is what I'm going to leave all of us with.
Emphasized national unity over political affiliations and lauded Dele Momodu for bringing diverse leaders together.
People came, spoke very briefly, aptly, straight to the point. They are leaders, both in the private sector and public sector. A lot of Nigerians can actually talk and talk about the solution of this problem, but what are we all doing? It's very important for us to know. We've been talking about gas abundance for a very long time. We've been talking about so many things in this country that are in abundance, that we can actually even extract, and we will not focus on dollar economy. But the truth be told, the day as a nation that we start doing things
to show respect for me. May God bless you, Dele. What do we say about Dele that hasn't been said here and will have to be said continuously? My prayer for you, please, just keep on the thing you'll be doing. You're just increasing by today. Now, Professor Pat Naji, congratulations for the revolution you have ignited that has brought power to the whole of Abia. I'm hoping that you'll ignite it to all parts of Nigeria.
Interest magazine program on television in Nigeria has covered and broadcasted events of social, economic, corporate, political, and entertainment values every week unfailingly. With iconic events dating back many decades captured for posterity, BOS honors those living and immortalizes the dead everlastingly. The Biscon Tv show, BOS, proudly boasts of being one of the broadcast outfits with the richest library of archives of past events. The Biscon Tv show's awesome archive of iconic events parade the coverage of convocations of universities, coronations of traditional rulers, inaugurations of state governors in Nigeria, the inaugurations of Nigerian presidents, and President Barack Obama of the United States of America. 2010 World Cup in South Africa, covered by the ubiquitous Biscon Tv show, BOS. BOS was also at the inauguration of the Alake of Egbaland 16 years ago, Oba of Benin 8 years ago, Oni of Ife, Ulu of Warri, and many more. As for the birthday, anniversary, and weddings of the high and mighty in the society, the BOS archives is replete with very exciting pan and beyond Nigerian super coverages. As for the festivals like Calabar Carnival, Ujude Oba Festival of the Ijebus, Lishabi Festival of the Egbas of Ogun State, and others, the Bisi Olatilo Show BOS simply is the toast of all. The corporate concerns, the banks, telecommunication companies, and other business concerns have made BOS their prime choice over the years. The newspapers, state governments would rather the almighty Bisi Olatilo Show give the coverage of their awards our inimitable packaging as exemplified by what we have in the awesome BOS archives. The Bisi Olatilo Show, BOS, is the preferred choice of state governments in the propagation and publicity of their programs to their different constituents in different states, because the Bisi Olatilo Show is the #1 program they've all been watching religiously in the last 25 years. In fact, the Bisi Olatilo Show, BOS, commissioned to provide a comprehensive nationwide campaign program for President Goodluck Jonathan, President Muhammadu Buhari, and President Bola Tinubu, which took the BOS team around the country campaigning for votes for the candidates at the time. The Bisi Olatilo Show, BOS, was also involved in events that span over 25 years is the one where BOS paid an everlasting honor to immortalize Nigeria's First Lady of all times, Mrs. Stella Obasanjo, who died 19 years ago. The Bisi Olatilo Show, BOS, the first and the best, still remains on the very top of our game.
If we not be men we sabi, we no go vote any other person. We no go vote. If we not be PDP, we no go vote any other party. We no go vote. That's why you go man we sabi. Your bata of them all. Now him go lead us to the promised land. That's why you go for governor. Okay, na correct man we sabi. Deputy material 1 million yards. He go follow lead us to the promised land. With Aswa Hirodalu, he sure for us.
Forward ever and go. If I swear they we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. Aswa Hirodalu for governor. Forward ever and go.
Mama,
if I swear they we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. Aswa Hirodalu for governor.
Sure you go vote for PDP.
Oh yes,
PDP.
Oh yes.
Where are the Nigerians? A study in patriotism was the theme of the Yoruba Tennis Club lecture series delivered by Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. The well-attended event was held in the Greetings Hall of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Unicon, Lagos, on Thursday, 18th July 2024. Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State was accompanied by his wife, Barrister Mrs. Chioma Uzodinma, and a very huge retinue of members of the Executive and Legislative Councils of Imo State. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State was the chief host of the program as a vice patron of the Yoruba Tennis Club. The royal fathers in attendance were the Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Enito Ogunwusi, the Jaja of Okpobo, King Dadinson Jaja, King Edmund Daokoru Amanyanabo of Brass Kingdom, Bayelsa State, His Royal Highness Oba Said Ademola Elegushi of Ikate Land, Lagos State, Oba Abdulwasiu Omogbonahon Lawal, the Oniru of Iru Land, Lagos State, Oba Adeshegun Bolaji Alowonle Elemure of Emure Kingdom, Ogun State, the chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Brother Olakule Agbebi San, the vice chairman, Brother Olawumi Gasper, MNI, were supported by trustees and past chairmen of the club. The program began with the national anthem and the welcome remarks by the chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Brother Olakule Agbebi-san.
I'd like to welcome you here today to this very important lecture. We are in an epoch where we need change. The way we have done things in the past has not helped us. But I am not the guest speaker. I'm only the precursor for the guest speaker. We have a very large contingent from Imo State. To all of you who have come, those dwelling in Lagos and those who have traveled from Imo State, I say, no, Dalu, thank you very much. You're welcome.
Wulu of Lagos State, who is a vice patron of the Yoruba Tennis Club, welcomed Governor Hope Uzodinma, his wife, and all the visitors from the southeast to the event.
Your Excellency, it's indeed an honor to have you in our midst this morning. Your Excellency, you might not know the honor this great club is doing. There have been several outstanding, important Nigerians that this club has given the honor to come and give a lecture. This is Yoruba Tennis Club, the oldest, foremost indigenous club in our country. Thank you. A club that has produced men of timber and caliber, that has produced politicians, industrialists, captains of industries.
It's Bisi Olatilo, who is also a member of the Yoruba Tennis Club. Governor Hope Uzodinma is currently serving his second term as governor of Imo State. Governor Hope Uzodinma, CON, also chairs the Southeast Governors Forum and the Progressive Governors Forum. Since assuming office in 2020 as executive governor of Imo State, Where Are the Nigerians? A study on patriotism and citizenship, delivered by Governor Hope Uzodinma. The central message in the lecture is that Nigerians must take responsibility in helping to fix problems wherever they exist to keep Nigeria on the right path.
This is so because at the core of patriotism lies an unconditional love for one's country, inspiring citizens to sacrifice in the armed forces